We're back to Dark Souls. Well, now we're back to Dark Souls. After this loading screen, we'll be back to Dark Souls. Anyway, um, welcome back. What were we doing? We were in a forest. It's very dark. A lot of souls. One of these led to the Valley of Drakes. The other one did not. I don't remember which was which. This is the one I want. Okay, great. I think we gotta keep going down, right? Nope, we don't. Oh, I'm only just now getting that. Right. That shield is something. Doesn't have 100% physical block, but it boosts your stamina recovery, which is like real good. So now I have those 3 green arrows under my bar. I'll put this on because why not? And no, upgrading the shield does not increase your defense, unfortunately. Can I keep going down lower? This is as low as this goes, right? Yeah, there's no path that goes any lower. I think there was another path somewhere, though. I remember there was more to this area than just that. I remember we found another path, and then I was like, no, let's not go that way yet. Oop. Is it this way? Yes. Yes, it is. There's stuff over here. There's that. Don't worry about that. Or that. Actually, I guess we will have to worry about that. Or that big thing over there in the water. Don't worry about that either. Don't worry about any of this. None of it matters. Don't worry about this. Okay, I don't appreciate that. Stop it. Okay, he aggroed from real far away. I don't actually know what these things, what the official name of these things are. I don't know what are those things. I think most people just call them crystal golems. That might be their official name. I don't know. And when this door, I can see through the door. That's not right. That's not right. Why is there a gap in the door like that? I don't remember that being that way. You can't really see what's inside, but you can see through it for some reason. Watchtower basement key. Be prepared for this. This is Havel. Yeah, we have his armor already, although we haven't actually seen him. If you have the master key, you can fight him real early. We actually could have fought him earlier, actually. Because there's a door up higher. Oop. Oh no. Yeah, that club that he's using is a dragon's tooth. Go on, Havel. Come on. Hit me. Yeah. Good job, you did it, Havel. He's not supposed to be that easy, I feel like. Maybe I'm just used to seeing people fighting him way earlier than they should. Anyway, that ring, that's Havel's ring, it's real good. It's real good. The one we have boosts defense, Havel's ring. Boosts your equip load. So you can just... You can carry super heavy stuff. Oh, it was 81.6 to 122.4. That's too high. My roll is not any faster, but I can put on like some super heavy stuff. And probably just put on Havel's armor actually, which is like some of the heaviest armor in the game. Where are you? There you are. Oh, not quite. Not quite. I can use the lightning claymore, and then I can do it. And I don't have a heavy roll. I'm not gonna do that though, because I don't want to. So that was what I had, right? Yeah. Whoop. Put on. Maybe I want to keep on some of this. Not all of it. I want the Silver Knight armor back, I think. Yeah. I don't want that. Wait, what is the dingy robe? Isn't this... Oh yeah. I have the Firelink, the Firelink, Firekeeper stuff. For some reason. So I can just wear that if I want. That looks disgusting. That doesn't look like blood. Let me stop cosplaying. Put on this sack. Wear... I want the Elite Knight armor. I really like the look of the Elite Knight armor. Okay, let me just lie, you know, about not messing around with this anymore. I think this is the armor that's on the box art, maybe. At least on the box art for one. Maybe it's the regular Knight set. I don't remember. No, I think it's the Elite Knight set. Silver Knight, Silver Knight. That's what I want. Silver Knight everything. Did I need Havel's stuff for this before? I don't think I did. No. I'm not gonna bother with it, with that ring, if it's not actually going to, you know, help. Now we're back in Undeadburg. Yeah, I think that Watchtower basement key opens up 2 doors. Because I think it opens up one up here. Right? Right? Yeah, it opens up this one also. So you can fight a Havel, like, super early. If you have the master key, then you don't need the Watchtower basement key. I didn't want this weapon. Anyway, this is where that flaming barrel was at the start. And, I mean, it's Undeadburg. It's an old area. That tower was where the Taurus demon was, right? Stop it. Stop everything you're doing. Yeah, these enemies aren't doing much damage, which I'm okay with. This Black Knight. We ignored him before. No longer will he get away with his crimes. Okay, he's gonna get away with his crimes. Not really, though. Just for a little bit. He didn't have a lot of health. Wasn't expecting that. Titanite chunk. We could have gotten that earlier, I guess. Blue Tearstone ring, you also could have gotten that earlier. I think they kind of do expect you to fight him at the start. At least to an extent. Yeah, I think I mentioned this. It's a dead end. It leads to a drop. I don't really know why it's there. Probably just to kill you. That's probably why it's there. I believe I've basically gotten everything in this area, so I don't think there's any real reason to stick around here. I'm gonna go back to the basin. Back down. Into the basement. Oh, and that Black Knight at the start, I believe, can give you the Black Knight sword. The one that I have, yeah, that one. I think the first time I played, I killed him early on, and he dropped that. I think. I might be wrong. I think that was what happened. Okay. Alright then. Yeah, I can already lock onto that because it's that large. And it damaged the crystal golem. Great. I hate how it doesn't really make a noise when it's coming at you. It kind of just starts making sound later. Okay. I'm not a fan of any of this. I believe if you get closer... Don't get too close, though, because that water is not all shallow. And you can fall. Where did you come from? Okay, that's fine. Got baited. Baited himself. Oof. Let's just get that. That's the night set. Okay. That was sort of what I wanted. I did want him to get closer. But not that close. I don't remember having to be this close to do this. Okay. You don't have to cut off all of the heads. Each one you hit just does like a certain amount of damage, and I believe, yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't have to cut off all of them. Or maybe you do. Maybe I'm a liar. Maybe I'm a huge liar. We unfortunately cannot get up on this Hydra's back. Unfortunately. Okay, there's one more head, so I guess we do need to cut off the last head. Alright, yeah, it's dumb like that. I don't remember if they have, like, multiple positions they can go to or anything like that. You can barely make out, like, where the edge is. Actually, I kind of can't. I think I can see it, but like the reflection is making it difficult to see. Okay, let's just throw some fireballs at him. Because I otherwise do not know how to hit this thing. I'm right at the edge. Ugh. Come on. Nope. Come on. Keep doing this thing. Don't appreciate it. Okay, it doesn't even reach far enough. Great. You know what? While he's preoccupied doing nothing, I'm just gonna, like, put on something. And grab a crossbow, I guess. Sure. I can't really aim the crossbow. For some reason, they don't let you aim the crossbow. They do let you aim it in later games, but in this one, for whatever reason, they don't want you aiming it. I don't know why. You can aim the bow, but not the crossbow. I don't know. makes crossbows kind of worthless. I mean, bows are already kind of worthless for the most part. Like, you can't really do, like, an archery build in this game. I mean, that's still the case in the later ones, but it's at least kind of viable. In a way. There we go. It's dead. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Dragon Scrael, Dust Crown Ring. I don't know what that ring is. I think that might be something special. Where are you at? There it is. Dust Crown Ring. What does that do? Grants extra magic castings, but halves HP. That might be a DLC thing. I'm not sure. Anyway, that was the Hydra. That's the main thing in the basin, is the Hydra. That's the highlight. I believe you can walk along this, I'm pretty sure. And I think I'm being more careful here than I actually need to. I think there's actually like a lot of space to walk there, but you know, I don't wanna mess around with this dark water. I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't take this ladder. I'm gonna do something. See what happens. I'm gonna, just in case, put... Where is it? Put that on for no reason at all. Potentially no reason at all. Hoping you sank right after saying a lot of space. Oh, okay. I see how it is. Oh no, I think I just actually went online. Because I forgot to log out. I had logged out before I actually started the game. Maybe I'm crazy. Never mind. Pay no attention to what I just did. I just have no health. My health just... I mean, I wasn't at full health before. But why was it... I don't know, that was weird. Like, it had to load my health. I was wondering why that thing was on my back. Okay. You think that's long ladder? That's a pretty long ladder. I remember one particular ladder in Bloodborne that was super long and it was really weird. It was also in a forest. Although it led out of the forest, technically. Now we're in Darkroot Garden. Don't remember, you know, I don't know where we are. just straight up, I have no idea where we are. The place reminded me of a mystical forest from Sonic Adventure. Okay. Right. Those are a thing. I forgot, because I didn't come here last time I played, I don't think. Maybe I did? I don't remember fighting these. I don't think I've ever fought these enemies before. Okay, well, I'm out. I'm gone. It's been fun. Do I? Okay, great. You can use humanity to heal. I don't know if I ever said that. I think I did at some point. Is today the day I finally get decked in the face by a mushroom man? Probably not. Although they are around this area. This is about the region where they appear. I don't know where exactly they are, but they're around here somewhere. Hello. Okay, yeah, there's some guys here. Oh man, and I'm back online, aren't I? Because that's gonna be an extra problem in this area. Okay, there's a covenant. There's an invasion covenant in this area. Also, he's kind of a ghost. That's interesting. There was like no reason to do that. Come on. Stop it. Why don't you just run off the edge? That would be nice. I'd appreciate it if you did that. Good job. I also appreciate you running into the lava. That's cool. Where are you going? Where are you going? Come on, man. Come on. Let's do this. Let's do it. 1v1 me. Come at me, bro. Why? Why do you do this? Oh. Okay. Okay. I see how it is. Anyway, time to run. I'm gonna be a big coward. I am almost certain I cannot go through this door. But I do know exactly where this door leads. But I'm pretty sure I can't go through it, so... yeah. Yeah. It's fine. I have a plan. As I said, I know exactly where that door leads, which means I know how to get to the other side of that door. And then it'll be pretty easy to get back to a Bloodstain from there. Where are you? Where is it? Undead Parish. I get Undead Burg, Undead Parish mixed up. I don't know what these places are. They're basically the same thing, really. Do I have soul items? We do. We do. Do indeed. Let me just use 2 of those. I need 1,000 more souls. How many can I get from... Actually, better idea. Better idea. The best idea of all time. Could also be a terrible idea, but we'll see. We'll see. Come on. Over here. Get over here. Come on. Come on, Snake Bros. You're not Snake Bros. You're not the real Snake Bro. Oh, they're dead already. There we go, 1,000 souls. Perfect. Exactly 20,000. Totally planned. Look at these speedrun strats. That was an intentional death. So I could warp over. Not really a death warp. But, you know.
My, that's a rare ember you have there.
Another ember? Oh, right. The one I got after the butterfly. Forgot.
It's the ember of a divine blacksmith. Might you consider leaving that with me? I can produce divine weapons.
He doesn't respond as insanely to this one.
For that, you've made a fine decision. You soon shall see.
For a second, I thought someone was invading me. I was just like in the middle of talking to Andre. I was very concerned. So now I can make divine weapons. I don't want to, but I can. They're allowing me to, I guess. Oh, I can upgrade that. I need a chunk. Well, I have a chunk, but I also need one. I mean, I don't need one to upgrade it. I do need one to upgrade it, but I have the one that I need. Do I need to repair any of these? No, I don't know why I'm even thinking about doing any of these. I need to get this. Crest of Artorias. We did it. We did it. We bought it. Now back to the forest we go. Or the garden, I guess. It's technically Darkroot Garden. It's not called Darkroot Forest. But it's a forest, let's be real. Or is it a jungle? I don't know. What's the official... I don't know what the official difference between like a jungle and a forest is. Not that way. That led to the basin, which is not where I want to go. Blood red moss clump. Great. Great. I mean, this is a place you can come. I think they can drop blooming purple moss clumps. But more often they can drop purple moss clumps. I think the chance of them dropping a blooming one is like 1% or something like that. It's real low. It's really unlikely. I wouldn't try to bet on that happening. But you could like come here to farm purple moss clumps before you go to Blighttown, I guess. If you want. Or not. Do whatever you want, I don't care. Fun fact. You can walk around this. There is like a slight... Like this ledge is... Also, you can see my blood stain literally right there. There is like a tiny hitbox of a ledge here. That's like 1 pixel or whatever. It's yeah. So you can actually walk around that. You're not supposed to, but you can. Anyway, we got the Crest of Artorias, so we can open this now. And I can grab that. Give it to me. Great. I don't think I have enough to level up. No, I don't. I need over 20,000. So that's not happening. But these enemies are still here, and I do not think they ever respawn. Right? Brief. Try Dark Wraith. Wary of Caster. Okay, then. That is true. There is indeed a caster. I need to be wary of him. Come on. Come on. Stop what you're doing. cease and desist. I love how the camera, like, tilts during that animation. It might have actually just been how I was angled on the ground or something, but I don't know. It looked cool to me. I want to say you don't have to fight all of these guys. Maybe. No, you know what? No, I know. I remember. There's a lot. There's a lot of, guys here for some reason. It's something to do with the Covenant in this area, I think. It's related to that. Great. That is... I don't know what that spell's actually called. It's a miracle, I'm pretty sure. Well, he's dead now, so, they all decided to bunch up into one area, which was not a good idea for them. Anywhere? I don't know what that means. Right. There's another cat here. We can talk to this one. So listen very carefully to this.
Is it not so that thou art new? Thou fared well to find me, but cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorius? My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorius art none but a fabrication. Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy tale. Have thine own respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say.
Apparently that was a question. Do you know what the question was? Do you? Do you? Because I don't. I don't actually know how you're supposed to respond to this. I think it's yes, because that's what it defaults to. But, yes?
Well, indeed.
I guess yes was the response.
Nevertheless, I feel some liking for thee. I'm Alvina of the Darkroot Wood. I command a clan of hunters who track down defilers of the forest graves. What dost thou say? Wilt thou not join us? Oh, yes, I believe we would suit thee well.
Yeah, I guess.
Very glad.
Even though the question was, will I not?
Now thou art one of us. Let us establish a covenant.
Yeah, let's do it. Great.
And here taketh this ring.
Cat Covenant ring.
Yes, that ring. It allows for thine summoning. If mine senses reveal intruders, then I will summon thee.
It's funny because it's not called the Cat Covenant. It's called the Forest Hunters. This is the Blue Sentinels. No, it's not Blue Sentinels. No, there is no Blue Sentinels in this game, I don't think. I think that wasn't until 2. But it's... I don't know.
True agreement, not so. But thou must heed the golden rule. The clan is thine own family. To thine kinsmen forever stay true. Darest not in any attempt to double-cross. Have no doubt, such wretchedness never will we tolerate.
Sure.
Ah, thou dost cometh. How fares ye? My hopes for thee are of the highest. Do not such a hope shatter with foul disproportion.
Right. Okay. So now this guy's here. I don't know where he came from or when he showed up, but he's here now.
All about you. I'm Shiva of the East, captain of the brigade.
He's part of the
Let's
Covenant.
teach you the clan basics now, as there's no time to chat in the midst of fighting. Except there is little in the form of rules. You hear? Fight and hunt as you like. Whoever's fastest gets the prey. That's the way we do it. Only, don't forget what Arvina said. Traitors aren't given a second chance for any reason.
I think that's a
Just
lie.
listen to them. Don't worry. It's a good old time, isn't it? Great to have you with us. Good hunting to you.
Basically, don't kill him. What they mean, don't kill this guy. Don't swing at him. Oh, let's hustle this invisible man over here. Straight up just in a ninja suit. And not really speaking. You gonna say something? No, no, it's just,
Ah, did you notice that one? Sharp eyes? He is one of the clan from the east, like myself. Always slinking in the shadows. But he is a tough one. You'll see what I mean.
I don't know what that means. I thought I remember one of them
You'll
selling
be
stuff?
called in soon enough. Hunters with patience score the best kills.
Okay, but anyway, the deal with this covenant is you put on that ring and you just get summoned if someone comes into this area, this forest. So it's real popular for PvP. I don't think it's a good idea for me to put that ring on. That doesn't mean I won't do it, but it's probably not a good idea for me to do this thing that I'm about to do. Oh, it just automatically searches for someone to invade. So let's just not really get involved with anything for a little bit. I think the enemies in this area don't attack you also. If you join the Covenant before you kill all of them. Although they might respawn, I don't remember. And I don't remember if you actually have to be in the forest to be summoned. I think you can be summoned from anywhere. Although I might be thinking of Dark Souls 3 because there's there's a covenant that's basically the same thing. Like it's the same concept. Oh jeez. That got me. But there's a covenant in 3 that's like the same concept. It's like if anyone comes in this area, then you'll invade them. I should probably heal. So I don't think it'll heal me. Although I seem to recall that Covenant was like broken originally. Which was it was broken for the time that I was playing the game anyway, and you basically couldn't actually invade. Excuse me? Why do you do this? Oh no. Oh no. Bad timing. Now I'm actually invading. And now I'm blue. Oh, what's up with that cat? It's a ghost cat, I guess. Hello. 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 Oh no. That's not right. That's not okay. Oh no. They hit me. Like I said, not a good idea to invade in this area because people are prepared for it. I don't know if it makes me human. If I like win. It put me back at the bonfire for some reason. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's take that nonsense off. And put this nonsense on. And level this nonsense up. I don't need dex for anything. Vitality all day. I kinda wanna try going around here. kind of don't, though. Anyway, let's go back and do what we were doing. Okay, yeah, these characters, you can't talk to them, but they won't attack you now. They're just here. So I think that's the main thing that they mean when they say, hey, don't betray us. It's not allowed. I think they mainly mean, like,
Don't you be
they'll, I remember there being a merchant somewhere around here, I don't know.
Ah, my
Maybe not. You know what I might be confused about? You can kill him and get his armor. I think that's the only way to get that armor set, actually, is to kill him. I think you also get his weapon, I want to say. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't remember. Anyway, there's an item over there. I see it. I see a shiny and I want it. There's gonna be plant men. Nope. I don't think so. Ooh, where is that even coming from? They drop a lot of items. Not a lot of good items, but they drop a lot of them. Quantity over quality, I guess. That's the motto of the plant men. I'm pretty sure they can drop blooming purple moss clumps. Just, it's like crazy rare. I see you. I see you trying to ambush me when I go over to that item. Actually, maybe that's what all of them are here for. Or a lot of them. All the ones around this... They're near the cliff, anyway. Oh, never mind. I'm a complete liar. You don't need to kill him to get his armor. Good thing I didn't kill him. That was almost quite the plunder. You might have to kill him to get his weapon, though. I think you do. He doesn't show up until you join the Covenant, also, so I mean... There's that. Hello. Where'd you come from? I don't know. All of you are very quiet. Oh no. That's what happens. Look away from the screen for 1 second. It's slapped butt by a plant man. Ooh. That was concerning for a second. That was where I came up. The bridge is over there to the other side with the cats. I want to go fight the cats. Let's put on the other weapon. The lightning claymore. I think that does more damage, doesn't it? 260 plus 171, 199, 199. I have no idea. I have no idea if it does more damage. Even if they have 0 lightning defense, I don't know. Is the other cat still dead? No, it's not. Okay. I was like, remember there being 2. They don't like lightning. They really don't like lightning. Stop it. I said stop it. Why didn't you stop it? I said stop it. This is very rude to keep chomping on a dead body. Seriously, who does that? Okay, so there's that. There's the place with the cats. There's another thing I can also go do instead. But I don't actually know what's over there, to be honest. Or the cats, I don't know what they're guarding. But I'd like to know. So I'm going to find out. There was a path past Alvina that you probably saw. That's where we need to go. Why are you here? It would make sense for plant men to be resistant to lightning. Okay, well. I mean, I guess they're not really made of wood, so I don't know. Or leaves. Do leaves, like, not conduct electricity in the same way wood, you know, doesn't? I don't like these enemies. I really don't. I really don't. People talk up the bone wheel skeletons. No one talks about the giant cats rolling around at the speed of sound. The other cat seems to be stuck on nothing. You know, that works for me. I'm fine with that. Okay, he's not stuck on nothing anymore, it would seem. There we go. Great. Perfect. Was that enemy that dropped it? Blooming purple moss clump. Let's go. No. Purple. Not that I even need it for anything. Like, we're done with Blighttown, so Toxin's not really something we need to worry too much about anymore. I mean, it shows up in other places, but it's not as prevalent as it is in Blighttown, really, anywhere else, other than, like, the Painted World, which we're basically done with. So... yeah. Okay. I do not believe that killing the cats will ruin the Covenant. Try ranged battle. Hello, Mr. Mushroom. How do you do? Good? Good. Good. Do I want to try to get that chest? Do I? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Absolutely. Definitely do. Iframes, let's go. No. There's nothing in that chest, is there? Oh, no, there is. Enchanted Ember. I don't know what that is or who I give that to. I'm guessing the blacksmith in New Londo Ruins, probably? That would make the most sense. Is that a fog wall? I don't know what that is, actually. There is a fog wall. Okay, yeah, okay. I believe I know what that is. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Where am I, actually? I don't know. That's not a fog wall. That's a door. I believe I know where this door leads. Hint. Try fire. I can open the door. Sorrowhead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what's beyond that door. I'm gonna go there later. That's the place we need to go, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's a giant door, of course we need to go through it. Oh, come on. I never even explained the mushrooms. I just kind of... It's like they're self-explanatory. They're giant mushroom men. If you kill one of the little ones, one of the big ones will get very upset. Which I think they'll all get upset. I think they'll just basically all chase you. Yeah. Okay, this leads to Alvina. So this is like a back way to Alvina, I guess, if you want that. It's there. There was no reason to do that. And there's a chest over here. What's in the chest? Is it a mimic? No, it's not. It's not. It's a stone set. That's what the those stone golem things that we fought earlier, way earlier. As in not today. Those big giant stone guys. It's basically the armor they wear. I don't think there's much in this mushroom forest, honestly. Other than the mushrooms. The little ones don't really attack you. They're also not very strong. They're very easy to kill. The big ones, not so much. You don't really want to mess with those. So don't. Just don't. There's no reason. Little ones aren't doing anything to you. I do not support child murder. Taking a hardline stance. Mess with them, you know, to show the danger. Like a safety video, it's not... No, what do you think this is? Okay, so I guess we just have that door to go to now. And one Estus. That's fine. This is all fine. I'm gonna switch back to the greatsword. No. For a second I was thinking about switching to the Black Knight sword. Nah. Oh, I think you also need the Crest of Artorias for that door. For this door. So, oh yeah, because, you don't technically need to go through the first Crest of Artorias door. But you do have to go through this one. This is actually, like, just straight up required. You can't finish the game without doing this, I'm pretty sure. This boss is not optional, despite how out of the way it is. There's not really anything... I feel like I remember there being something behind the... Yeah, there's a giant grave with a big sword in front of it. Don't... Okay, there we go. Hornet Ring. That increases, I think, critical hit damage? Which is like, so like backstabs, riposte, all that stuff. I know it also changes the animation a little bit. Yeah. At least for like the backstabs and stuff that are like actual stabs, it changes the animation for them a little bit. So, don't want... I don't know, it really doesn't matter. So, that was a big sword. When we get closer to the sword, tears. Try detour. I think they mean the other side. If only. That's a big dog. Maybe it wants to be our friend. Or maybe not. Anyway, let's fight Amaterasu. Actually, it's Sif. She's not too hard, I don't think. I believe Sif is female. I'm pretty sure. Yes, yes, yes it is. Why can't I hit you? You want to get deep in there. Come on, Sif. Sif. Please. Anyway, Sif is cool. Okay, that was unblockable, I think. Or maybe I just tried to roll and I don't know. I seem to recall pyromancy is, like, effective against this boss. Yeah. Okay, I don't like that. Fortunately, it will not be difficult to get back to this boss should I need to do that. Come on. Where are you going? Oh no. Yeah, that attack, I think, is unblockable. Maybe it just depends on the shield you're using or something, but at the very least for me, I can't block that. Could also have something to do with, like, positioning. It hits above the shield or something, I don't know. Although I don't think... It doesn't seem to hit any differently than any of the other attacks, so I don't think that's actually the case. Okay. Come on. Let's go. Oh no. Stab the dog. Do it. Oh no. Excuse me? Is it premature to say Sif is the best boss? Yes. Believe me, yes it is. There's one boss in particular that's pretty good. I've never fought it, but it's pretty good. Yeah, I think it hit me with the jump, which it had hit me before, but it doesn't, like, it does, like, no hit stun. So I didn't notice that I was even taking any damage from it before. But I had basically no health. I believe it tells you how much health you have, someone doesn't, yeah. 1164 out of 1164. So I don't know. I don't know how much health I actually had. I'm sure it was less than 10. Okay, fog wall now. Since the door is open, I can't just close the door. That would be silly. It'd be incredibly rude to just close the door. You don't open a door and then close it. Who does that? Could you imagine opening your home to strangers and then closing the door? What are you doing? What are you even doing? I'm not super concerned about that bloodstain, to be honest. I guess it does have humanity on it. Maybe I should be concerned about it. I'll inch towards it. It's not going to be hard to get to it. I got it. Great. This is, yeah, this boss is not super hard. I say even though I died last time, but I also only had one Estus, so, you know. Yeah, I just took a little bit of damage again from its paw. Oh no. I don't appreciate that. I love how Sif is literally just a giant wolf. Like, there's nothing to this boss in terms of its, like, design. It's just a big wolf with a sword in its mouth. I mean, it's a pretty cool sword, I guess. Okay. Oh, I'm out of those. I didn't realize. The last one did like 700 damage for some reason. I think I just hit like a critical hit spot or something. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Okay then, you do your thing. Spin to win. Okay, come on now. Sif does something special when it gets low on health. Okay, I rolled too early that time. Stop that. Okay, I think we'll see it now. I don't want to kill it yet. Actually, I think that attack was a little slow. It limps when it gets low on health. And then starts attacking really slowly. Actually, I think it only does that one attack too. Well. I don't want to, but I have to. We got the Covenant of Artorias, which is the main thing we were coming here for. And the Soul of Sif, and some other stuff. Yeah. That was Artorias' grave. He has a giant grave for some reason. She's guarding the grave. Did I say he? I think I referred to Sif as male at some point. I don't know. Yeah, Sif was just like Artorias' dog. Or whatever. That's about all there is to that. Oops. Oh, right, Covenant of Artorias. That's the important thing, and I didn't even look at it. Artorias, Covenant with the Beast of the Abyss. You can traverse the Abyss, which doesn't mean much of anything right now. It basically means we can finish New Londo Ruins. That's what it means. You need it to fight the boss. Otherwise, you just die if you try to enter the boss arena. So yeah. Yeah. I don't recall if the Forest Hunters were, like, defending Artorias' grave. You know what? In fact, I'm gonna have to walk past them, so just in case that ends up being a problem, let's just use this. Go to the bonfire in case I can't make it there. Because I don't remember if they are defending that or what the deal is with that. Yeah, that's fine. Just keep dumping points in the vitality like a coward. It's possible they might be upset. I don't know. I don't recall. I don't remember if they care. Does not seem to be the case.
Don't worry, You'll be called Hunter.
He has nothing new to say. Sylvina did say something about, hey, don't
My hopes for
don't go messing with Artorias' grave. But I don't think she cares. Okay, great. Perfect. Perfect. I'm also remembering, I remembered right after I killed Sif that I probably shouldn't have killed Sif yet. Because you get, I think the intro is, the intro to Sif is special if you do something else before fighting her, but I forgot. Oh well. Oh well. Where are we going? We can go complete New Londo Ruins now, and yeah, so I think I'm just gonna go do that. Firelink. Otherwise, we just have other areas we can go to. Actually, maybe I should not do New Londo yet. Because the boss is kind of annoying. I think I'd rather save that boss for later.
As always.
Maybe.
A teacher whom I imagine still resides in the Great
Oh,
Swamp.
here's something new to say.
Funny way of putting it. He said that pyromancy is the ultimate fantasy. We are born into dark and warmed by fire, but this fire we cannot touch. Those whose fascination with fire persists learn to hold it in their own hand. He rather had a way with words, the old withering frog.
Your teacher was a frog?
In this land, pyromancers earn a certain respect. The Witch of Izalith, one of the legendary lords, is the godmother of pyromancy. So the day I became undead, I was ecstatic. I felt as if I'd been chosen to attune myself to the ancient arts. Of course, it wasn't all that romantic in the end. Why?
Okay, and this is that line again.
What spectacular pyromancy?
I'm not gonna skip through it because I don't want to accidentally choose the wrong thing.
Anything like it.
No.
I see. In any case, apologies, I forget that.
Yeah, no, I'm not telling you about that. I'm not. You'll never find out. I could just tell you. He dies if you tell him. Tell him where you got it from. So
Goodbye then. Peace.
only do that if you're like done with him, basically.
As all.
If you've bought everything from him and upgraded your pyromancy flame, which I mean you don't need him to upgrade your pyromancy. There's another NPC that can do it, but okay, well anyway, he's still sleeping. Should I upgrade my pyromancy more? Oh, actually there's something I can go do. I just remembered. Is Logan? Okay, Logan's still there. Logan will leave at a certain point. But I think we have to go to another area for him to do that. So that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Stop that. Oh, well, oh well, we missed it. Not a big deal though. Gonna go kill him. Cause I don't like him. I don't like his face. I'm gonna kill you too. I don't like your face either. I'm gonna stab you in your face. And you. Oh no, he fell. I didn't like his face, but I probably would have liked whatever he dropped. Anyway. Nervous every time I make that jump. There's a blood stain. You can probably imagine what's there. Anyway, here's this guy again from the depths.
Aye, Shemai. I didn't expect to meet anybody here.
I think he comes here immediately after you finish the depths, after you open the door. I think he comes up here. So basically, as soon as you step into Blighttown, he'll come here. He has gold pine resin. Oh, he sells a bottomless box. I didn't know he had that. Oh, and the master key, which I don't think that's one of the weapons. That's one of the things you can start with, and it. I don't. Did I ever explain? It lets you skip the depths entirely and like half of Blighttown. So some people like to start with that. Pretty sure in a speed run you would, but I'm not sure. Maybe you wouldn't. Because there might be other ways to, I don't know. I don't remember. Because I don't remember if they actually play through the game normally in a speedrun or whatever. Anyway, you can get his armor. You can also get... What is the golem set? I don't know what this is. Sin's Fortress. Oh, yeah, the Iron Golem at the top of Sin's Fortress. That thing, yeah. The thing that Tarkus, like, blew out. Anyway, and also you can get Smo's set. It looks real weird. It's obviously not quite as large as Smo's actual armor, but it's super heavy. Like, it's, like, stupidly heavy. And, if you kill Smo first in the fight, it depends on who you kill first, or who you kill second, I guess. Whichever one ends up getting powered up is the one whose armor you'll get. And then he has the crystal stuff. I don't need the master key at this point. I think I've opened every door.
Thank you. That was a fine trade.
That would...
I have this funny feeling we'll meet again soon. And we'll make another fine trade, of course.
Sure. Yep, no, I didn't want to...
Aye, Shemai.
I actually don't know if he attacks you, if you kill him.
I'm afraid
Okay, well, he has nothing to say.
That's a shame then. But no, Mac, come back again. Not if there'll be more.
I don't have much of an opinion on him, but he seems nice. I don't know. There's not really... He doesn't have any side quests or anything. He's just a merchant that is friendly. And that's about all there is. He just stays there for the rest of the game. That's it. I don't remember if he attacks you if you kill him, or if you attack him. I don't think he attacks you if you kill him. Probably not. That's not likely. That would be weird. Okay. I could make a divine weapon, but I could also just not, because I don't care. But I think I know what we're gonna do next. Where? This way. Remember the skeletons? Remember how I said don't go down here? Well, we're going down here. That was particularly at the beginning of the game. You're not supposed to be down here. But there's nothing stopping you. And a lot of people, when they first played, were like, oh, you guys gotta go here. It's not a problem now. It'll be fine now. But they will respawn after they die, I think? Maybe I'm wrong. I remember them respawning after they die. Maybe that's not these skeletons. Maybe that's later. You know what? Actually, I think they reworked the way the skeletons worked at some point. And obviously that would have just been implemented immediately here. Wing spear. This is a giant skeleton. He died. He's already dead. But he was big, though. He was big. He could, you know, he had that going for him when he was alive, I guess. Which, I mean, I guess, you know, there's no such thing as a living skeleton, is there? No, that's literally not true, is it? I'm a living skeleton. Did you know there's a skeleton inside of you right now? Did you? Yeah, I think originally when the game first released, like the original Dark Souls, I mean not the remaster. I think the skeletons respawned. I don't know if they respawned infinitely, but they would respawn at least unless you had a divine weapon. And then I think later on they reworked it a little bit, so that's only the later skeletons that do that, not these ones. Not the ones in the graveyard, anyway. And even then, you can still stop them from respawning. I know there is still an advantage to having a divine weapon. That's not what I wanted to do. I wasn't trying to jump. Good old Dark Souls 1 controls. Did I ever explain how jumping works? You tap circle while running. It's not good. It's like really bad. It's very bad. They fixed it in 2, but that option's not here. They made it so it was L3 to jump, because you don't use L3 for anything in this game, like, at all, so... Yeah. You could still change it back in case you're, like, a crazy person who likes bad controls, but, you know... You can do it if you want. You know? If you hate yourself. You're allowed. Where... Scimitar. That's the weapon they're using. Is a scimitar. It's not very good, I don't think. Excuse me? Okay, let's go. Let's go do this again. Binoculars. Oh, that's what the binoculars are, I guess. I have no idea. Okay. Wasn't sure where my bloodstain was. I guess since I ran down here, and it goes down, it goes back, like, what, like 3 seconds, I think? Or something like that? It goes back a few seconds. I know that's I've explained how bloodstains work before. Okay. Yeah, you can come here basically immediately. This area is open right at the start of the game. So a lot of people came here and then realized it was a bad idea. And maybe got stuck. Maybe got a little stuck. You could argue, hey, the game tells you to go up, but it also tells you to go down, and it doesn't really specify. It tells you to go down to Blighttown, and obviously there's no way of knowing where that is. Also, if you didn't speak to that guy, then you wouldn't know. Like if you didn't speak to him a certain number of times. Stop it. That's a bleed they're inflicting on me, by the way. Yeah, I don't think I get any souls for killing them because they respawn. I think they only respawn a certain number of times, though, I want to say. Like, I think they'll only respawn once, I think. Anyway, there's someone. I gotta kill you. Okay, that was the Necromancer. He is now dead. Now they will not respawn. Stop it. Stop doing that. I don't like that. Yeah, backstab that skeleton. Show him who's boss. I'm the real skeleton. There's a lever there. I don't think the Necromancer respawns. But I don't remember, to be honest. I don't remember what that lever does. I think it opens the door somewhere. I don't know. Either way, I needed to push it. Need lever, yeah. And they changed how bonfires work in later games. They made it so just lighting the bonfire makes it so you'll spawn at that bonfire, but in this game it doesn't work that way. Hello, Necromancer. I don't think I can hit you from here. I can try. Yeah, no. Oh well. Did he just, like, break himself apart to get to me? Yeah, and they're gonna respawn. I didn't get any souls for them. Shortcut ahead. Yeah, I think there is... I don't know what that guy's referring to, but I believe there's like a big skip you can do. There's a big jump somewhere you can do In this area, okay. Well, in that last area, that little, like, canyon, there's a big jump you can do somewhere where you can, jump down to a platform. You're not supposed to. It's not intentional. But you can, like, jump down to a platform somewhere lower down and skip, like, half of this zone. Oh, hello. Skeleton with a bow. Remember there being an illusory wall somewhere. Just somewhere. I don't know where at all. Oh, there's that guy. That's not the illusory wall, by the way. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I should try just in case. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. Right, rather. Probably not wrong, was what I meant to say. Probably wrong about being wrong. Where am I going? Stop it. There's that. I believe this leads to where that skeleton was, right? No, I'm very wrong. I'm so very wrong. Literally, I was just where that was. Over here. Is it that? Not. Okay, yeah, that was where he was, and then this was that was the drop. Great. 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 I don't think I want to drop down there. I think that leads even further back. It's a necromancer? Yeah. Why are you there? I don't know. Anyway, there's this. Just a bunch of spikes. You can't walk across that, obviously. So, I wouldn't attempt to do that. Those are exploding skulls. And those statues also try to kill you. Careful with all of that. Just careful with everything here. There's another necromancer nearby because these aren't dying. Push that lever. Get those iframes. Doesn't really matter because there's nothing here to attack me, but if there were, then I wouldn't be taking damage. I don't think it's distance from the necromancer that determines, like, whether or not it can, like, respawn the skeletons, but I think it's like, it's just literally certain skeletons are attached to certain necromancers, and that's it. I assume anyway. And yes, those statues can damage you, obviously. They're not just, they don't just put up walls that don't do anything. Why do you do this? He just did a Psycho Crusher. Forgot the skeletons do Psycho Crushers sometimes. Skello Crushers. No. Actually, does Skullomania have a Psycho Crusher? Skullohead? Is Skullohead just like a Psycho Crusher? I don't remember. It is kind of. It goes in like an arc. Doesn't it, though? It doesn't go straight. If I'm not mistaken. There is this. This room is not nothing. But it's not something I want to deal with right now. So it might as well be nothing. Oof, jeez. Camera. Calm down. Or don't. Become a little less calm. I don't know. That guy just, he's holding on to that statue. Like, I love you, statue. Just, oh no. That guy is also not dead. Wonderful. Excuse me? He just parried me. I didn't realize he was in a parry stance. It didn't look like one. Did I yes, I did. Okay, I was trying to remember if I actually rested at the Catacombs bonfire. I did. I did do that. Stop it. Okay, I can at least get them out of the way. There's a door there. I don't remember how to open that. There we go, Necromancer. And another lever. Lets us cross another bridge, I believe. Oh, he's dead. There is technically something down there. As you can see, there's a message there. That is not just like a message that someone left out of bounds. There's actually a platform there. But it's real hard to get to. So yeah. Don't remember. I feel like maybe you actually just want to run off and not roll. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Green Titanite, and I don't think there's another platform. Well, there is sort of, I guess. There's that. Uh-oh. Okay, wait, no, okay. It's fine. I thought I was somewhere else. I was like, wait a minute, did I forget the layout of this place? But no, this is fine. Hello, Mr. Cthulhu Skeleton. I think it's actually supposed to be like a beard. He has a skeleton beard.
Be gone with you. You'll spoil my focus.
Well, alright then. He's just like, get out of my house. Hello. This bonfire is actually new. It wasn't here before. This is one of the few things they, like, just straight up added to this version. There was no bonfire there, and that was a problem because this guy is a blacksmith, and there was no way to get to him. Or there was you just had to go through like half of the catacombs to get to him before. It was a thing. It was not a great thing. Yeah.
Why, you have an ember, do you?
Oh, I have an ember that he wants. Never mind. No, I have an ember that he doesn't want, in fact.
Wrong with embers these days.
Yeah, he can make fire weapons. That's his thing. They in later games they made it so they just made it so there's just like one blacksmith, so you don't have to worry about that nonsense of like, oh, I gotta go to this blacksmith if I want my lightning weapon, this one for divine, this one for this other thing. And they just put them all into one blacksmith, and they also made more like weapon types. So you can make a weapon that like inflicts bleed or poison or whatever. What does he have to buy? More bones, titanite shards. Alright. It's basically like, hey, get out of here. I don't have anything actually worth buying, and otherwise you can just buy one of these and get out of my house.
I'm here to smith, not to chit-chat.
I don't remember this guy's name.
I've told you, I'm here for the trade, not for the talk. Enough with your presence. It disturbs me. Well, you are a persistent one, are you not? But I'm afraid I'm a mere blacksmith. It's just me and my trade.
How does anyone...
No help to a righteous warrior such as yourself.
Something tells me you're being sarcastic about that.
I told you I have nothing to discuss.
He really doesn't want to talk to us.
It's my smithing and nothing more.
I love how he has this weird voice.
Ember from New Londo, of course. It's a shame the whole place was flooded?
Oh, well, there's an ember in New Londo that he wants.
Told you I have nothing to discuss. If I
Great.
have anything to offer, it's my smithing and nothing more. Speaking honestly, I must say that I'm at my very limit. There's no more work to be done. Unless I had the flame of that legendary witch. But that would require a visit to Lost Isolith.
Oh, and Lost Isolith, there's also something there he wants, which we haven't been there.
Told you, if I have speaking honestly, well,
Okay.
what was that about? Don't be coming around here.
Alright then. Anyway. He doesn't like us. I can't remember his name. It starts with a V. I can't remember his name though. It's something. Hey, Mr. Bones, Mr. Bone Wheels, Mr. Bones Wild Ride is back. Yeah. This is really where people know them from, not so much the Painted World. Because this area is super annoying. I thought he just parried me for a second. I was really confused. It's best that I kill these. I'm not gonna leave them alive. Fortunately, they don't do too much damage, I almost said. And that would have been a lie, apparently. As you can see. They don't do too much damage until 3 of them attack you at once. Okay. Okay, then. Okay. Alright. Have we all calmed down now? Bone Wheel Shield. Did I have that before? I think I did. I think that's progress. I believe. Yeah, and this thing is, you have to drop down here. Oh, you know what? I think the thing where there's like the shortcut that you're not actually supposed to take. I think it leads down here, so you can skip down to this area like way earlier than you're technically supposed to. And you can do that right at the start of the game, even, basically. So you can access the catacombs immediately. I don't think the skeletons stayed dead. Whoa! Where did you come from? I knew there was a Black Knight around here. I guess he wanted it now. Jeez, he was like, that guy. I'm murdering that guy right now. It's gonna be so sick. I'm gonna just jump on him while he's in a hallway. I don't know exactly where this leads. Okay. I think maybe this is the way they expect you to go through here, and then you find the necromancer at the end. Okay, there's a hole there. There's a hole. Oh. Try plunging attack. Why would I do that? I think that's where the Black Knight was. He was in that room. I think he dropped down. So I think he's just able to drop down from the room he's in. Is this a room I want to go into? I don't know. I'm gonna take the ladder first because I can come back down at the very least from there. Also, fun fact, you can totally slide on the ladder, which doesn't make any sense. Even though it doesn't have any sides. Like, it's just in the wall. So, like, it doesn't make any sense. You can slide on it, because you slide on, like, the sides, basically. So the animation doesn't make sense. Your hands clip into the wall. It's weird. It's dark. Very dark in here. I'm gonna take a drink. Just in case. Top off on Sunny D. I feel like I remember something in particular being down here, but I don't know if it's here. Or if I just imagined it. Hey, exploding heads. And... ooh, okay, skeletons. Will you die? Yes. Yes, you will. Good old exploding heads. I don't know if there's anything else here. You please die. There we go. He could have put his guard up again, but he chose not to. I don't know if you're supposed to jump across this gap or what's the deal there. Stop it. I don't know where I am, in fact. I just don't know. Treasure, says the developer. Is that a trap? There's a fog wall. Where am I? This is the back side of the fog wall, by the way. Okay, yeah, I think I was supposed to flip that at some point. I don't know. I don't really know my way around the catacombs. I don't really want to go down there. That was a developer message. It didn't have any rating or anything. I'm not gonna trust that. There probably is actually, it probably does actually lead to treasure, but it's probably also kind of a trap. I'm gonna just not mess with it. I'm gonna just go. Just move on. It's probably not worth it. Whatever it is. I say. I might be wrong. Is this what I think it is over here? Yep. That's not what I thought was over here. And okay, he just chased me. There's a Titanite demon in here. For some reason. Come on. Come on, stop it. Coffin. Nestle in the coffin. Let's do it. Let's go. Can't stop me. You can try. You can try so hard. You won't do it. I'm not exiting the coffin. You can't make me. I don't know how long I have to sit here. I assume this works like the nest. Where you just have to stay here for a little bit. I think. Yes, okay. Oh no. The skeletons got us. We've fallen into their trap. And I don't know if that was supposed to be us that opened up our own coffin, or if that was another skeleton or something. Now we're in the Tomb of the Giants. Don't worry too much about that because we won't be here long. Anyway. Pray to the sarcophagus grave lord. Alright. Alright. This is the Grave Lord Servant Covenant, the one that they fixed. Grave Lord's Sword Dance. That's a miracle. Offer Eye of Death. I actually have one. Why don't I? Why not? I have one. I don't know. Give it to him. I don't know. I'm not gonna do it. Use it for anything else. I think you have to invade for that or something. I don't know. What is the Gravelord's sword? Is that a key item or is that an actual sword? It's a sword. I have the stats for it, actually. I could totally use it if I wanted to. Where are you at? There you are. This looks like a curved sword. Yeah. This is a curved sword moveset. It's like a scimitar, I think, has like the same moveset. Curved greatsword, actually. Oh. Well, alright then. Wielded only by the servants of Gravelord Nito, first of the dead. Crafted from the bones of the fallen. Alright. Anyway, that exists. I don't want it, but it's there. I don't know if that's Nito in there. It might be. It's unclear. Nito was in the intro. He was the big giant skeleton made out of skeletons. Basically. Yeah, let's get back in the coffin. I don't have to sit in here very long this time. Looks like the cutscene is basically the same. I don't know if I want to fight this Titanite demon. I think I might just leave it alone. I don't know how we got back, because I'm pretty sure we slid, like, down through a chute or something like that. Besides the fact this thing's made of stone, so, you know, and how heavy it is. Could you imagine how much strength it would take to push that thing? I don't know. I'm gonna just take this. Eye of Death, 3 of them, in fact. I assume this one's stronger than the one in Arrow, or not stronger, but I assume it's stronger than the one in front of the Darkroot Garden. I don't know about how it compares to the one in Anne Orlando. I don't like that. And no, I do not believe you can parry him, in case you were wondering about that. Because sometimes you can parry some weird things. I don't think that's as common in this game, but in later games. Like, it's to the extent where the wiki, the Dark Souls wiki, straight up just like one of the stats they have for every boss is whether or not you can parry it. Because sometimes there'll be some giant thing that you can parry, and it's like, oh, I wouldn't think that that would work. No, yeah, it works. Don't worry about it. Anime. I'm gonna just go back. I realized there was that thing that we saw that said treasure from the devs. I don't trust the devs. Devs are huge liars and thieves. I don't know. Not thieves, really, but... Okay, I can't break through that. And I haven't rested at a bonfire or anything, right? No. No. Alright then. I wish there was an item that just replenished your Estus, but without resting at a bonfire. I don't know. That might be too broken. It was white light. Weakness, beating to a pulp. And tough enemy ahead. Oh, jeez. So, this boss is infamous, for lack of a better term. I'll just say infamous. It has a reputation. Oh no, they saw me. They saw me. It's not okay. So, this is Pinwheel. It's a boss, technically. It has a boss health bar, you know? You can't tell me it's not a boss. You can't. It's a boss. You gonna tell me that's not a boss? What do I... So Pinwheel has a reputation for being the easiest boss in the game. As you can see, we beat it in 4 hits. No, I am not over-leveled, by the way. That boss is just dumb. Mask of the Father. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That means... Uh-oh. That's the one that I want, actually. Pinwheel can drop all of the masks it wears. Is the Mask of the Father, Mother, and Child. Father gives, raises equipment load. The Mask of the Mother, I believe, raises HP. And Mask of the Child, increases, I think, stamina recovery. They're all good. I might as well put it on, really. It's good. What's the Mask of the Eaten Baby? That's the Mask of the Child. I seem to recall Pinwheel's story is that it's like some dad trying to resurrect his family. Like he killed his wife and daughter in like some kind of ritual or something, and he was just trying to like resurrect them, and you just interrupted him. And then you killed him after he lost his family. You can get the other mask later though, but the Mask of the Father is the best one. For reasons. Actually, what is, Oh, that doesn't actually increase it by that much. That's fine, I'll put it on anyway. Shortcut ahead. Is it? Is it a shortcut? I don't know. Is there something over here? I can't tell where I am. It's so dark. This area is very dark. Okay, yeah, this leads out of the, out of that area. So you're not stuck once you fight the boss. But anyway, actually, the fun fact, if you summon for that boss, it becomes harder. So don't summon there. Because it gets way more health, and that boss can become hard if you let it stay alive for too long. So that's what ends up making it hard. Only if you're like severely underleveled or something, then it can be a problem. But otherwise, you should be fine. Another what is like 8,000? I'm bad at math. We're basically done with the catacombs. That's the end of the catacombs, actually. And then there's actually another area right after that we have to do. So I could. I think you can warp to this bonfire too. I'm pretty sure. I can't necessarily confirm that. That's weird that you can warp to the painted world. It doesn't seem like something you should be able to do. What do I want to do? It's weird that they have all 3 of the, or no. 3 of the 4 Anorlando bonfires you can warp to. In the later games, they'll let you just warp to any bonfire right from the start. I don't know, I don't think it's necessary, actually. But I could. You know what, I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. What am I doing, you may ask? Don't worry about it. You may or may not see. You may not see at all. Is there anything in here? I don't think there's anything in here, no. No, just... She was here, and she is not now. Well, she wasn't here. And she's still not. I mean, you know. I want to say there's something over here. Where Lautric's stuff was. I'm wrong. Well, I wanted to say it, so I said it. Doesn't mean I'm right, but I said it. Or you could say that I wanted to say it and didn't. I don't know. Whatever. However you want to interpret it. I don't know why these pillars are back. That doesn't make any sense. And also, I'm pretty sure that these statues, I think this wall art is straight up stolen. It wouldn't surprise me. Anor Londo is actually based on a real castle. They referenced like an actual castle when they designed like the look of it. I don't remember what the castle is. I think it's in like France or something. Yeah. There are pictures of it. You could look it up. Mr. Giant Man. How goes it?
Hello, Forged.
Yep. You're very strong. Can I... I can make a lightning greatsword. I guess you can't imbue a greatsword with certain things. It can only be imbued with certain elements. I don't know. Actually, going from +10 to a lightning greatsword would just make it better. I can make the greatsword of Artorias, but that requires 18 faith and 18 intelligence. So no. That's not happening. I mean, like anything I could make with it wouldn't. Oh well. What was I doing? I want to buy some stuff, right? That was what I wanted. He has the giant set, which I want. Weird that he sells multiples of them. Okay. Souls. Use them. Wait, that's okay. It's like, wait, is that enough? No, it's not. No, I can't read. I need 6,000. That's not 6,000. You use like one of these, just one of these. It's like 2,000, right? Yep. Perfect. It's not really perfect, but it's perfect enough to be called perfect. So let's become giant. Let's become giant. Let's go. I am the giant dad now. I'm gonna need to put on the Havel's ring. Where are you? There we go. This is what's called the Giant Dad. That's actually what it's called. That's the official name. Become Granddad? No. No, I am not Granddad. No. No one can be Granddad but Granddad. This build is broken, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. There's not really much to say about it. You don't necessarily need Havel's Ring for this, I don't think. I think I just need my endurance to be higher, or I need to use a lighter weapon. What if I switch to this, for example? And then let's just take that off, it doesn't really matter. No. If I switch to something even lighter, like this. No. No. It's unfortunate. Oops. Put that back on. Great. Great. If I hadn't gotten the Mask of the Father, we would not have become giant. Pretty sure there's like a really popular meme video thing about the giant dad. We can watch it together after this. We can't do that. We can do that, but I probably shouldn't do that. Where was it going? Catacombs? Catacombs. I'll be fine. I was thinking about also going to Blight Town, maybe. Well, not to Blight Town, but you know, to the place with the Covenant thing. Oh, I have to go do that, actually. I'm gonna need to do that very soon. In fact, actually doing that now would not be a bad idea. So. Fortunately, load times are fast, so that's, you know, that's nice. Oh, right, I have the bottomless box. I forgot I had this. Yeah, put that stuff in there, because I don't want it. Put away all this stuff that I'm not gonna use. Yeah, I'll leave those in there, I guess. Definitely put that away. I'm never going to use the Divine Blessing. There's never actually like a good time to use it. I don't know that I want dung pies, really. I mean, I mainly want to get rid of like certain weapons. Binoculars are basically useless. I almost wonder if I should put these away too. Why not? I'm almost never gonna use them. Definitely never gonna use these. I don't even know what those are for, to be honest. Other than giving to the crows, but then I don't know why you would need multiple of them, so. Upgrade items, I never need to go through those, so it doesn't matter. Weapons, weapons. Get rid of all of the weapons I'm not going to use. Let me look at that, though. This iron is not bad. In fact, it's almost exactly the same as the greatsword. That's interesting. It weighs a little less, so it seems like it's like better. Too bad. Scimitar. Why do I have so many scimitars? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm never gonna use the majority of these weapons. How much do I need for that? Oh, I need 50 strength for that. And I think, what do you need, like 35 actually? No. You need enough that half of your strength would bring you up to 50. Or adding half of your strength back. Oh, the Great Club. Great Club's actually not a bad weapon. I might keep that around, actually. Spear, lightning spear, wing spear, demon spear, halberd, crystal halberd, lucerne. I only need one bow, really. Same with the crossbows, only really need one. I'll just keep the sniper crossbow. Catalyst, I'm not gonna use. Talismans, most of these shields I'm never gonna use. Actually, does this have any... No. I was wondering if it had any special protections. If there's something with, like... something about it that's, like, some kind of protection that's really good, I can use it, but otherwise I don't want a lot of these. Gargoyle's shield has, like, decent protection in a lot of areas, or for both fire and lightning, at least. But I don't want it. That has really good magic defense. I'll keep that. I'll keep that. I don't want that. It requires more strength than I have, and is also super heavy. Bone Wheel Shield is not really that good. It's just... I think it has like a special attack, maybe, but... Actually, does it even parry? Attack type strike. I don't know if... Oh, it's a Great Shield. Okay. Havel's Great Shield is really good. It also requires 50 strength and it has 26 weight. So good luck with that. Just good luck. You'll need it. I'll leave the Elite Knight set because why not? I mean, really, I probably could just get rid of most of this stuff. Don't really need, like, any of it. Probably just get rid of, like, basically everything I have that's not actually on me. Probably should just do that. Kinda wanna keep the Silver Knight stuff, though. I don't want to accidentally put something away that I don't want to put away, you know? You know. Kind of want to keep the sack just for no reason. Okay, that's fine. Could probably get rid of some of these rings, honestly. Oh, I never explained what the blue Tearsa ring does. Boost your defense when HP is low. I think that's actually like a lie. I think it does something... I don't remember what it does. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it that's like not really that useful. Can get rid of some of these ones that aren't gonna do anything for me ever. Or just the ones that I know I'm never gonna use. I think this one has a specific use, so I don't want to put it away. In case I need it. That's all fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm at +2. I don't remember if I'm at +2. I don't think so. I think I'm still at +1. Okay, servant +1, yeah. I hope it doesn't reset. Like every time you... like offer... or every time you, like, join another covenant, I hope it doesn't reset. I actually don't know. It might, because I feel like I should have already been upgraded to the next level. But I don't know. I don't really know. I'm not an expert on this. I may have just, like, wasted tons of humanity. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. You think I know? I don't. Yeah, I think it resets, though. I think I've wasted tons of humanity by joining other covenants. Why can I not use this bonfire? No reason. Anyway, let's ignore all of that and just go back to the catacombs. Let's just pretend none of this ever happens. It didn't happen, it's not real. Can't prove to me it happened. I don't remember if I actually need to rest here. Or how that works. Okay, Bone Wheel bros are gonna be back. So let's just not. Nope. 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 Mm-mm. Okay. Stop it. Weakness anywhere. Just hit it and it dies. Just look in its general direction and it dies. That's how Pinwheel works. That's my pro tip for Pinwheel. Okay, there is an item that would have been great to get from the Necromancers. I think there might actually be somewhere where it's a guaranteed drop. You know what's a guaranteed drop is me. Dropping down that hole. That's a guaranteed drop right there. Stop it. Stop doing this. Stop it. Don't appreciate that. Yeah, Tomb of the Giants is just real dark. That's the thing. That's the gimmick of the area, basically, is that it's very dark. Have fun. You can't see anything. Do it. Do it, idiot. I guess you're supposed to, like... Yeah, use these as guides. Okay, well now we're in the Tomb of the Giants. We weren't actually technically there before. Hello, eyes. It's not a giant skeleton. That's not all it is. Here? Here indeed. I'm not gonna attempt to go over to that nothing. Something's shooting at me, I honestly don't know what. There is a bonfire here. Oof. There is a bonfire, in this area. I don't know where it is exactly, to be honest. That looks like a drop. Perhaps it is, perhaps it isn't. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. I can't see anything. I don't know what I'm doing. There was an item there. Speaking of a bonfire, there it is. Found it. Okay. This menu is very large. I feel like it's larger than it needs to be. Where am I even going? Not that way. Taking that ladder. I don't know. I'm just looking at the ground. I can see nothing. It's probably even darker on stream. Hello. Oh, god damn it. Hello.
Good day. You look reasonably sane. What are you doing in the cabin?
It was like, oh, there's an NPC. Oh, no.
Cleric or something?
Oh, no. No, I'm not a cleric.
No? No? Really? Really? Then I'd have no qualms telling you. there's a fine stash of treasure right down that hole. I found it first, but, well, we're friends now.
Yeah, we're friends now.
Split it.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, have a look. It'll shimmer you blind.
You seem very trustworthy. I'm going to trust you.
There, that hole. Take a closer look.
Yeah, just step real close to that hole. Can you do that? Can you just turn your back to me and step real close to that hole? Where is the hole? I actually don't know. Okay, right where the prism stone is. Oh no. I never could have seen this coming.
This is what I do, my friend. The trinkets I'll be stripping off your corpse, that's the real treasure.
Why are you so quiet? What? I don't know. Large souls. Skull lantern. Gonna need that. Gonna need that like right now. Okay, still got a good roll. Now we can see. Of course, I don't have a shield, but we can see. So that's nice at the very least. I was thinking you got the skull lantern before. I think you can get the skull lantern before you come into the Tomb of the Giants. Hello?
You're no hollow, are you? Thank goodness. Please be careful. There are two fierce hollows not far from here. They were once brave knights. My former escort.
Yep, I know. We've met.
Such
Remember?
strong spirits be
No?
hollowed
Okay.
so. Heavens, is there nothing? Nothing at all to be done?
No, not really.
You're no thank please.
Okay. Anyway. Hello? So yeah, these are the guys that were in Firelink with Petrus. That were escorting that lady. They were supposed to be escorting her. Instead, they didn't do that. They got stuck down here.
You banished those two hollows, did you?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
pains me to think of the trouble my failings have caused. I am certain that both Vince and Nico are
Oh, that
grateful
was their
to you.
names. Vince and
Thank
Nico,
you
I
so
guess.
very much. Here, these belonged to them. You deserve them more than I.
I deserve them more than them, for sure. Do I deserve that?
I am certain that both Vince and Nico are grateful to you. Thank you so very much.
I don't know if she leaves. Fun fact, though, Patches, he didn't say his name. His name's Patches, the guy that kicked us down the hole. He hates clerics. Those guys are clerics. So he didn't like them, so he kicked them down the hole. I think if you say you're a cleric, he just attacks you, actually. I believe. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's what he does. Yeah, that's the trap, is those guys, basically. They got stuck down there because they couldn't find their way out. Oh yeah, like skeleton tower. That's the thing. This game likes playing around with skeletons a lot. Stop it. Yeah, they couldn't find the blue lights, you know. It was very difficult. And they just went insane and just, oh, I can't do it. You gotta give up. Oh, there's the bonfire. And there he is. Yeah, we made it back, though. Because we're geniuses, clearly.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Well, let's just calm down. talk about things. I did you wrong, but I didn't mean it. These
I think that's a vulture on his shield, actually.
they can, well,
It would make sense.
overcome me. You know what I mean, don't you?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Please, forgive me.
It doesn't really make sense.
We're jolly undead outcasts, aren't we?
I,
Oh, brilliant. A second chance. Wonderful. I had a feeling you'd understand. I did. But, if I were in your shoes... Ooh, who knows what I'd have done. But now we're friends again. Eh?
Were we ever friends? Were we? Anyway, he's not gonna mess with you anymore, technically.
I did you wrong, but I didn't mean it.
Uh-huh.
These temptations... You know what...
Anyway, he'll go back to Firelink, and then he'll be a merchant. He's actually a really good merchant, which is why I didn't kill him. Because he's actually useful. Otherwise, no, he'd be dead. I'd kill him. He's like, I think he's the only character that returned from Demon Souls. It's literally the same voice actor, same like character model, same everything, same name. He's also sort of okay. Wow. You know, sometimes the thing you should do is give up. I mean, I'm not gonna give up exactly, but I'm gonna back down. For sure. Yeah, and you can't attack while the skull lantern's up, so that's annoying. It basically just acts as a shield. It is pretty much a shield. But it's, yeah, it's annoying. I don't know what the deal is with these skeletons. There's a Black Knight. Stop that. Oh, that's a halberd. That's not even a sword. Stop it. I don't appreciate that. They're coming for me. Coming right at me. I can't see what's going on at all. I see nothing. How about you just like fall down? That'd be great. Or, you know, don't, I guess. Just don't. Just keep chasing me. Why don't you do that instead? That would also be great. I don't know why he kept chasing me. You'd think he would have just, like, not. You'd think he'd stop, but no. Oh, he doesn't do that. Never stops. Never stop, never stopping. Oh, he's still here. I think you have to go back to Firelink for him to actually go back there. Yeah. Will you please just die? I was wondering why I wasn't healing for a second. There wasn't really a reason. It decided it didn't want to Estus, I guess. But you come over here before the Black Knight decides he wants to attack. He's probably already decided he wants to attack, honestly. I don't appreciate that, like, at all. Okay, well, that bone was just spinning. Hand just decided to do a few somersaults. I don't know if you can... Okay, no, you cannot parry with the skull lantern. Okay, I saw him start running. Can't parry with the skull lantern, but you can attack. Oh no. Yeah, don't turn your back to your enemies. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. White Titanite Chunk, I assume he won't be back. Probably should have kindled that bonfire, honestly. Well, actually, I wouldn't have been able to, because I don't have humanity. But, you know, I probably should have anyway. Point is, I probably shouldn't have used my humanity. There's a reason I was doing it, but then I realized I wasn't doing it right. So, you know. Many lessons were learned today. This is an educational stream for the children. Okay. Effigy shield. I don't really know what that is. I'm not going to look at it right now in case something decides it wants to attack me. I don't think there's anything too special about that shield. Yeah, alright then. Fun times. This is the fun zone. Welcome to the fun zone. It's like welcome to the fantasy zone, except like bad. Okay, well I just did an attack by accident and that worked out, I guess. Oh, that attack again. I believe we've seen that attack before from another enemy. I mentioned that they like to use that attack on a lot of enemies with big swords. I think it was the Butcher? Yeah, the Butcher. In the depths that used it. I think Maneater Mildred also, even though that's technically using like a player. I think, so basically that's an attack you can use. Yeah, I don't like this place. I don't like this place at all. It's not great. Pretty bad, actually. Yep. You did it. You sure showed me. I don't like that. So I'll kill you for it. Okay. I don't know if the big skeletons are like humans, particularly the like quadruped ones. I don't know if they're what they are. If they're just big people or if they're some kind of monster. Who knows? Maybe they're just skeletons. Maybe they were born into this world as skeletons. Who knows? I think there's also a second bonfire down here somewhere. I think. Or I seem to recall that being a thing. Can't say I quite remember where it is. Or if I'm even telling the truth, and maybe that's not a thing at all. But I think there's a bonfire. Born into Bone is the name of my new metal album. It's not bad. It's not there. Maybe there isn't a bonfire. Maybe I'm just a huge liar. Much lighter here. There's also a lot of trees and water. That's something. This is an area, actually. This is like a different area. We're not technically in it, but that's another area that we can go to that I also may have forgotten existed. Oh, right, oh, right, I completely forgot. There's an NPC invader. That's the only reason this path exists. There's an NPC invader that appears here, but I'm not human, so he won't show up. Okay, well, it was light for a little bit. It was alright. It was alright. It's not gonna be alright anymore. Actually, it's much brighter here. So, I'm gonna watch this wall for no particular reason. Just check my corners. Okay, well, no more pyromancy. I feel like there might be an enemy that spawns behind you here. Yep. I remember that being a thing at some point, and that was the point where that happens. There's also something shooting arrows at me. That's weird. It's not that weird, but it's annoying. It's not great. Well, what's weird is that it was able to shoot arrows at me from where it was. Anyway, we gotta get back to that bloodstain. Or try, anyway. I should be able to. What we gotta do is we gotta coward out. Huge cowards. The hugest. I think that one behind me is still chasing me, so. Alright, down the ladder. And through here. Okay, we made it. Perfect. This game's not hard. Super easy. Easiest game I've ever played. Oh, there's a crystal lizard. I guess I just missed him completely last time. Because I ran through here too fast. I think I said they didn't respawn. I guess I'm a liar. Uh-oh, what? Don't kick. That's not what I want. This game is not exactly balanced for, like, weapons that are not, you know, like, fast. Or at least faster than what I have here. Generally speaking. I think it's generally balanced for, like, what is that? White Knight chunk. I guess they dropped that. I guess it's balanced for, like, long swords and stuff like that, I think. Maybe. Hello, Archer. Hello, guy hiding around the corner. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, that's rated pretty highly, isn't it? Be wary of memes. It's not really a meme. I don't know. It's a very well-known, like, GIF, though. It's something. Yeah, stop that. Stop that right now. I almost want to just let it happen just to show it, but I'm not going to do that. This guy will kick you off the ledge. If you try to run through, he'll do that. Oh, or he'll just jump off the ledge, you know. Sometimes he does that too, I guess. If you try to run up to hit this archer, this guy just kicks you straight off. It's hilarious, but I don't want it right now. Oh, hello pinwheel. Hello multiple pinwheels that are already regular enemies. They were just a boss not too long ago, and now it's just immediately a regular enemy. Why is it even a boss? I don't know. I know development was a little rushed into the like back half of the game. It's not so much a thing. Oh, also tiny skeletons. They're little baby skeletons. It's weird. They're not really cute. I would not describe them as cute. Not exactly a fan of baby skeletons. I don't know if they're babies. I don't know if they're the skeletons of babies or if they're just tiny skeletons. I don't know. Oh, hey, item. White Titanite chunk. Great. I don't think these respawn or anything. Or, well, I mean, I don't think they... Like, akin to, like, the skeletons, you know? Like, I don't think they immediately respawn. Yeah, no. They're just... They will obviously respawn if you know, if you come back. Oh, are we fighting the boss already? Let's go through the white light. I assume one Estus will be fine. Probably, maybe. Probably not. Probably. Yeah, that's to just force you to take a ton of damage. Dropping down here. So yeah, we came into this area before. This is where we joined that covenant. Now Nito wants to kill us. Yeah. Yeah. So let's just fight a god, I guess. We're doing that now. Pretty much a god, effectively. Something like that. Those skeletons will be back. I honestly don't really know much about this boss. As far as like how to fight it and whatever. He just killed his own skeletons, so that's nice. Oh. Okay. I'm toxic. Or toxified, I don't know. The skeleton killed me with a toxin, would have killed me anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't know where the toxin came from, to be honest. So that's weird. I mean, it's not weird, probably. But I don't understand it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's another, There's another bonfire, but I don't remember where it is. I really don't. Having more Estus would be nice. That'd be real nice. That'd be great. Great if we could have that. Yep, I can see the bonfire. In fact, never mind. Just totally another bonfire. Is it this way? I don't know. Where am I going? I don't think so. No, it's not this way. It's definitely not this way. We've gone the wrong way. Well. Well, gonna have to use that. Oh, great, there's another one. Well, at least he's stuck, so that's nice. Are we done? Done with all of you now? Are we? I think we are. Okay, where is that bonfire? I think I went too low, maybe. I think maybe that's what happened. I think I have to go back up. Stop it. Well, whatever was on that bloodstain is gone, but I don't really care. I don't really know how to get to that bonfire. I'm pretty sure you do have to go this way. I don't think you go back up or anything like that. Well, I mean, I can go over here, which leads back up, but I think there are some things that I missed, but not like anything major. Actually, no, this is the path where Patches is. Oh, right, and also there's that. A bunch of lava over there. I never mentioned that. But it's there. That's another zone that I don't think we've been to. Maybe I walked in there very briefly. I think I did. We'll have to go there later, though. What if I just... Nah, that's not. I saw that there was like... saw it was right there, and I didn't know if there was ground right there. There was not. There was not ground there. Not quite. I think we've gotten more deaths in this one area than we have in anywhere. We just doubled the death counter in like the last hour. Excuse me? Why couldn't I? Stop it. I don't like that. I don't like being slapped. Oh, well, okay then. There's an item here. That's nice. Covered a silver serpent ring. That's not nice. I don't like that. The ring is nice, not the rest of, you know. You know what I meant. No, you don't. I don't know what I mean either. I don't think I do. I don't know if we'll be able to do this today. Okay, maybe I should just... Why? Why do you do this? Why do you do everything that you do? Why do you even exist? I don't know. Not that way. Not that way either. All of these ways are wrong. The right way would be, you know... I know the cheat code to find the right way. You get up and you press the power button. Congratulations, you won. You beat Dark Souls. It has no power over you anymore. I don't think I haven't picked up that bloodstain, but it doesn't matter. There's nothing on it. Like 1,000 souls or something, I don't know. Be wary of pincer attack. Oh, jeez. Oh no. No. He didn't even go for the kick that time. Oh, they just fall apart. It's just as soon as you walk into them, they just fall right apart. I guess so you can actually run through this area. Otherwise, yeah, that'd be annoying. Just jumping over there. I was wondering if maybe that would make... yeah, it made the fall damage not as bad. This is gonna be the exact same cutscene. Not gonna... Well. That inflicts toxin. Oh, I didn't know that was instant. Using his AoE. Which kills his own enemies. His own ads. His own enemies? They're not his enemies. If they were his own enemies, that would be bad for me, I think. It would kill me. It does kill me, in fact. It can, anyway. It damages me. So I guess it sort of kills me. Slowly. I don't know. If you, like, take damage in real life, what is that equivalent to? Like, how much percentage of your health bar is that? Oh, okay, well, I rolled into his grab. Can I get out of this? I don't know. Maybe. But I didn't. If I could. Oh man, Nito, he's making the PS4 work, I guess. Suddenly got real loud. This is going well? This is going very well. This is a world record pace right here. Does this? No, that's nothing. You can see the bonfire. It's right there. I do not know how to get to it. Why? Just why? I probably could have jumped to that. But there wasn't enough space for that. I mean, I could just make the run again instead of doing the bonfire. Or I could just run all the way down, I mean, but... I really want to get to that bonfire. Because now it's, like, personal. like I think it's a personal attack, the bonfire itself. There's a personal attack on me by the devs. Said, this bonfire is not for you. You can't have it. Just you, though. Everyone else is fine, but not you. You're not allowed. Yep, not that way. There's nothing else down here, and the bonfire is higher up. I don't know. I think the only real way to get to it is to kill everything again, and I just don't feel like doing that, so... Yeah, and the skull lantern is kind of useless, like, everywhere that's not here. Or not here specifically, but just Tomb of the Giants, and not this part of Tomb of the Giants. I mean, that thing doesn't really matter since it doesn't move very fast. And he's just gonna go away. I don't know why he goes away. Is he just there to scare you? I don't know. Oh, you at least have to, like, roll through that or something. I didn't even take damage that time. Well, now I did. But, you know. I didn't take damage before. That's the important part. It's very convenient that he attacks his own, you know, his own skeletons, his own soldiers. I don't know what that does. Like, I don't know if I'm just out of range and it looks like it has more range than it does, or if it does something weird. Although I don't see any meters building up, so I'm assuming I'm just out of range. Whew. Skeleton bro just rolling, rolling, rolling. Channeling his inner Fred Durst. And I'm toxic now. Well, I'm dead. Toxic and stuck. I think I've beat this boss in one try the first time I played. The bosses that were a problem before are suddenly not at all, and then the ones that weren't very much are now. Okay, I'm not gonna even go for the bonfire this time. I say, and then I'm gonna end up going for the bonfire anyway. Who knows? Probably not, though. I wasn't even trying to roll there. It's fine. Whoa, that made me a little nervous. Because I didn't know where I was. This giant health bar, and it doesn't even matter. If you even become giant, it's still not enough. It'll never be enough. I think every level, I think no matter what you level up, your defense increases. I don't think it... Maybe it increases more with vitality, but I want to say it's actually the same regardless of what you level up. I might be in range of those arrows still. Well, not anymore. And Pinwheel's doesn't even make a good like distraction. It's pretty sad. It's not that sad. It's great. It's great for me, you know. Sad for him. Almost as sad as him killing his entire family. Alright then. Alright, I see how it is. It seems to have more range for the skeletons, like the hitbox is wider for the skeletons than it is for me. I don't like this. Okay, I meant to dodge that. I was a little bit too late. I don't think there's a necromancer in this room. I think it's just Nito. I'm pretty sure. I also had a divine weapon, which I think would... Okay, that's gonna be a bad thing. Great. I actually just wanted him to use that. Okay, that totally... That does have a hitbox. That can hit me. It's just... I guess I've just been, like, just out of range before. Jeez, they come back so fast. That's not okay. Yeah, this is where a divine weapon would actually be, like, great. And be, like, extremely helpful. This boss is extremely annoying. I don't remember it being this bad. Why does it sound like a woman screaming? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer to these questions. I don't know the answer to any of life's questions. I barely know my own name. Walk up to me on the street and ask me my own name. I won't know it. Mostly because I'll be questioning why I'm even on the street. I won't be focused on you. Be like, why am I outside? Okay. This is getting silly. I have a plan. The plan is to back down. Not really, but a little bit. Not Orlando. Where are you? That one. I'm gonna need some souls. That's fine. I've got some. I've got a few. Actually, I'm gonna need some other stuff also. Let's get that. Okay, can't do anything with that ember. Great. That's not what I need you for, though. So, I'm fine with that. There we go. Make that a divine longsword. Let's go. only have one green Titanite shard. I think you can get that from those slug things in Blighttown, I want to say. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not using it for anything else. Let's be real.
Don't get yourself not.
Alright. Alright then. So, back to the Tomb of the Giants. We're gonna do it. This is the last attempt. What if I... Might not be a good idea, actually. Nope, nope, it's fine. It's fine. We're good. I love how he just, that time, he decided to swing around and get a shot in. Any other time, he, like, lunges at me. It's like... Game decided, no, you're taking damage today. You're not getting through this. What do you think this is? Light souls? You're gonna fill these dark souls with light? I don't think so. No. No. Absolutely not. Great. Yeah, you can just put the Pyromancy Flame in the left hand. It works the same. You actually do attack from the left side, so that's a thing. Like, as far as hitting walls. Like, I'd be more likely to hit a wall in this area because of doing that. Oh, I have more Estus because I warped from a bonfire that had more. That's fine. Let's just take this a little slower. Let's not take tons of damage. I'd prefer that. Why? That time he hit me. Not any other time, though. It's fine. It's all fine. It's maybe not fine. But it's fine, though. Oh my god, that's not doing a lot of damage. It's not doing a lot, but they will die permanently, so that's nice. He won't be back. It's not necessarily a good idea to, ignore the boss. Not really. Because he can still attack me, even if he can't see me. Please stop this. Please stop what you're doing, all of you. I don't appreciate it. He just really wanted to do that. That was all he wanted in life. That did 3 damage, but also he was blocking. So, you know. Although it's not like it's doing much anyway. Yeah, it was an idea I had. It's not an idea that went much of anywhere, but it was an idea. So, you know, I had an idea. I decided to go with it. Can you please use your AoE? Can you please do that? I'd appreciate it. He won't do it. He's too much of a coward. And unfortunately, all of his attacks, like, I can't have him, like, do some damage to them and then I can finish them with the longsword, like, because he's just gonna, yeah. Every time. Well. I'm alive somehow. I don't know how. You don't know how either. It's fine. We'll learn together. We won't learn anything. Oh geez, why is that active for so long? I don't... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't get out of this. I can try. Where am I? I'm on top of a thing. I shouldn't be here. I'm not supposed to be here. Nito, what have you done? That's not part of the environment. Oh no. I didn't want to make upgrade the greatsword with the divine thing, but I think I might have to. Oh, I'm already here. That works. Although I don't know if I'll be able to. I might not have whatever. No, I just can't. You just can't do it. If I revert the lightning claymore to a claymore plus 10. Also, I don't know, maybe divine weapons have to be at plus 5 and not plus 10. I don't know. It's just dumb and weird. I don't know how any of this works. So, I think I'll be farming green titanite off screen, and then next time we'll do something, maybe, someday, you know, eventually. I might just also come back to Nito later. I don't think it's going to be any easier later, but I don't think it's gonna be possible right now, so I don't know. I don't remember him having so many ads. I'm pretty sure I beat him in like 1 or 2 tries the first time I played this, which is weird and doesn't make much sense given this. But yeah. I don't know. Nito's annoying. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Anyway, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow, Captain Spirit. Actually, that's out now, apparently. I was seeing stuff about that being out today. So I guess they actually released that today. But we'll be playing that tomorrow. That's all there is to it. I assume we'll be finishing that tomorrow. It's probably not very long, and oh no, don't do that, Mike. Don't do that. Don't do it. Hold on. Mike is being weird. I've decided to name my mic Michael. I call him Mike for short. Capcom made Street Fighter V survival mode much less shitty. I don't know what that means. That's probably a good thing. Yeah, Captain Spirit tomorrow. Kingdom Hearts starts Wednesday. Fighting EX Layer on Thursday. And Dark Souls will be back next Monday. And then we'll be alternating between Dark Souls and Kingdom Hearts. Why do I have nothing listed for Thursday? I think I stopped at July 4th for some reason. There must have been some reason I stopped at that date. I don't know. Technically, I could possibly not even be able to stream on July 4th, or won't be able to stream Dark Souls, or at the very least not at the normal time. So I don't know. It'll probably be fine. Probably, maybe. We'll see. If anything, then I'll stream. Probably be streaming way later, and most likely, if that happens, then most likely we'll be doing something other than Dark Souls. I don't know what. Mario Tennis? Why not? I don't know. I actually kind of don't want to play that. Mario Tennis makes me very upset. If only Metal Wolf Chaos was out by then. Yeah, no. When does that release? I actually don't know. Actually, I didn't say. They just, it was just 2018. It was just later this year. Yeah. Dark Souls will be back next Monday. Captain Spirit tomorrow. That's all I got. Right? Did something happen over the weekend? I feel like something happened. And I forgot what it was that happened. Wasn't there like a big game thing? Was there an announcement this weekend? Was there? There was something. Oh god, there actually was something, and I'm blanking on it right now. It was something I remember seeing something on Twitter. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna find it somewhere. Lumines. Oh, Lumines came out in Europe, I guess, today. I don't know if it's only out on PS4 right now. I was planning on getting it on Switch. So where are you? There was something that was announced and I can't remember what it was. Ed Boon confirmed Sub-Zero is in Smash. No, he didn't. It was the whole Fortnite thing. I think I already talked about that. Did I? Did I? Maybe I didn't. I know there was something that was announced. Pocket Rumble got a release date. That wasn't it. Maybe I'm insane. Maybe I'm just wrong and I thought something was announced and nothing was announced. I think I'm thinking of something else. I think, yeah, I think I got something mixed up with something else. Probably what happened. You know what? Never mind. I don't think anything was announced, and I think I'm insane. Or I thought something that was incredibly minor. It was much more major than it was, and forgot. Anyway, yeah. So nothing is happening. SGDQ is happening. Go watch that instead of this. Instead of the... Go watch it now. Go do that. I think I've watched one run and it wasn't even live. Because they did Gauntlet Legends. But that was like super early in the morning. It was at like 5 a.m. I almost was like, oh, I'll get up for that. And then decided not to. Yeah. And then it turned out that they had started early anyway, so I would have actually ended up being late for it. I mean, I decided not to because I was up till like 2 a.m. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think I have anything. Nothing, yeah. SGDQ is happening. Go watch that. I'm hosting them anyway. So, you don't even have to go anywhere. You can just stay here. It'll be here. Just stream ends, SGDQ happens. What are they doing right now? I don't know. What are they doing? Looks like either Axiom Verge or Mega Man 6. Looks like they're doing Mega Man 6 right now. Yep. I mean, it's Mega Man 6, so, you know, take that as you will, but Iconoclast, I haven't finished it. I don't like watching stuff for games I haven't finished. I kind of want to watch Amy because that game's real bad. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe one of these streams will be late because I'll be watching Sonic Spinball. I do want to watch Sonic Spinball though. Kind of do. Or Super Metroid 100% map completion. That sounds dumb. That sounds real dumb. Skyward Sword is a 5-hour run that starts at 2 a.m. Why would you do this? What are you doing? I don't know. I don't even know. There's, There's not much else. There is, but Cuphead. There's no Mario Odyssey, and that's just a travesty. That's just not right. Anyway. Nothing else. I'm done. I'm out. Wait, now I'm out. Goodbye.
Make it